Hello, in this video, we're going to show you how we use the SAP BW tool to create composite provider. And in that provider, we're going to consume the new Open ODS view and the very standard data store object. Okay. Before we start, we just have a quick look about the environment. As you can see from my screen, I have the Java virtual machine running, and also I have the BW 7.4 on HANA. So this is a logon. Actually, I have already logged in. If we go to the system and status, we're gonna see the BW on HANA, the service pack extra. Here you can see I have the SAP BW Server Pack 8, which is the very latest support pack. Okay, now we can just run transaction RC1 to see the two the DSO and Open ODS view. Okay, see here we have this is the Open ODS view, which is newly introduced since BW HANA Support Pack 5. And this is a very, traditional data store object. Okay, so now we just open this HANA Studio. If we go to the installation details, you're going to see the list of two I have installed based on the HANA Studio. The first one is, the core development tool for the ABAP, and then you're going to see the three BW tool based on Eclipse. The composite provider data store objects. Actually, this data store object is the advanced data store objects, as known as the field-based data store object. And the last one is the Open ODS view I just mentioned. Okay. Once you have installed the SAP BW tool on the SAP HANA Studio, you're able to to connect to the SAP BW on HANA, and you can just model as you did in the traditional SAP GUI. All right. So here I have already logged on to the SAP BW, and you can just expand the info area in ZBW, which was created by myself. So if I double click this Open ODS view, you're gonna see this Open ODS view is very straightforward. Actually, it's based on see this table, right? It's VB AP and the schema row. So before we go further, we can go back to the HANA model, and we go to the schema row. Then we can see this table. Okay, it's it's column table. Just double click, see with 7 fields, and I think there's some data. Okay, this is the data for this table. So it's very simple transaction table, right? Okay, we just switch back to the BW model 2, right? So double click this Open ODS view. So here you're gonna see a list of options, which you can refine the definition of each field. It's very simple. You can just drag and drop from the left HANA table, and the fields of the HANA table to the right, the view fields. Okay, so you see that you have the characteristics, which either the key parts or just the characteristics, the field. All right, you have the key figure, you have the units. Right, I just drag and drop, the field and item as the key parts, and the material and plant as just non-key parts, and then we have quantity as the key figures. So what I would like to elaborate a bit more is that you can actually associate the info objects with this field, so that the field can leverage the existing the info objects you create in the SAP BW system. For example, I just associate the info object ZVBRN to this field VBRN. Actually, ZVBRN is the info object I created in the SAP BW system. Okay, so I can show you very quickly. So as you can see, the ZVBRN is nothing but normal info objects created. Okay, and same for the following fields like ZPOSNR, ZM18R, ZPlant. So by this way, I won't leverage the existing info objects or the BW system. I don't want to use like the pre-generated, the generated fields. As you can see, if I choose here, you see this is generated unique name automatically. So it's not that it's not that user friendly, or especially you have the existing info objects, you would like to use those info objects. So I think it's better to associate the field from the XP HANA table to the existing info object. All right. Once you have done this, I think you can consume this Open ODS view in your Composite provider. The Open ODS view actually act as the virtual provider, and in the future, the Open ODS view will be replacing the virtual provider for the external or the underlying the database, access, right? And then if we have a look at this data store object, you see this is a classic, so which means it's nothing but just very normal standard SAP data store object, right? I just double click this data store object. We can have this very standard, nothing special. The key field, is sales order and sales item, and the field is material, plant, and quantity. All right. So the next step, we're gonna, use these two objects. One is the Open ODS view, and the other is the classic sales data object in the Composite provider. Okay. So if I right click new, you can see this new Composite provider. So just give a name. So just put like field order. Okay. So here you can choose either uni or join by default. And I just choose uni. Then I just click finish. Okay. Here is just a review for certain options you could change. You could change like data integrity, or the HANA, the optimization for exception aggregation or whatever. For this part, I just leave it as by default, and I would like to go to the second tab, the scenario. Okay, and here you can add the info provider. For our case, I'm gonna add the the Open ODS view and the classic data store object. All right. So, okay. Here you see we have these two. Info provider and this content provider, and the operator is a union. And then we have to define the the target of the field. All right. We have the source, and then we need to define the target. Okay. Targets, I just simply drag and drop all the fields. Okay, and this for this is the mapping between the target and the classic data store object, right? And then I need to switch to the Open ODS view. I have to map the fields from the Open ODS view to the target. This is the sealed order. I just go to the sealed order here and sealed right. Clean material. Go to key figure. I think the last one is the unit. Okay. So we have defined, this mapping between the Open ODS view and also the, the classic DSO, right? So we just need to activate the activity is in process. Okay. So I think so. I see this object that is CP_01 is activated. So if we go back to the background system, we run the transaction RC1. So here we can see this sealed order, that's CP_001. Okay, and you see we have the Open ODS view and the classic data object and this concept provider. We can verify the data, right? If we check this sealed order, see if we have data, and then we can compare with the union concept provider. See here we have three entries in this DSO. If we right click and choose display data, we are able to see the data from the union of the two underlying objects. Right? Select all the characteristics. Yeah, just click run. See, here we go. You see, this is the info provider. See, the first three entries are actually coming from this classic DSO, and then the last three, the rest entries are actually from the Open ODS view. It's based on the HANA view, the table BBAP. All right. Okay. So this is a very simple example of how to consume the ODS view and the classic DSO in the Composite provider. Okay. Thanks for watching.